Hello and welcome to my presentation on why infinity bows are the worst kind and why you should just put mending on your bow. So, the first things first. Whenever you have your bow, you want to enchant it. You have infinity. Seems like a good choice, and mending seems like a good choice as well. But here's the facts. Okay, infinity does not work with arrows of harming. So if you're going for a late game bow, which you definitely are, if you're making a fully enchanted bow, you might have a Fletcher of arrows of harming, with arrows of harming, but you might not. But the point is that if you want arrows of harming, you can't have infinity because infinity just wastes the arrows of harming. And now I'm gonna get into the math for why you shouldn't do it. So, using the infinity bow is the equivalent of trading your fully enchanted bow and 35 levels if you use maximum efficiency. 35 levels. If you just do it, if you were to theoretically just repair your bow all at once, it would be 62 levels. It's like trading your bow and 35 levels for 120 stacks of arrows. You know, this may sound like a good trade. Like 120 stacks of arrows is a lot. But if you take the point that a log equals 8 sticks, 32 sticks equals 1 emerald, 1 emerald equals 16 arrows, so therefore 32, therefore 1 log equals 4 arrows, with an efficiency 5 netherite axe, which is also something you'd have at the point that you're fully enchanting your bow. You can chop down a log around every 0.2 seconds. And so that is 4 arrows per log, 5 logs per second. That's 20 arrows per second. So that means it would take you 7 minutes of chopping to get 120 stacks of arrows. That is like saying infinity bows are better because it saves you 7 minutes of chopping. And I guess you could give the argument that it's inventory space that you're worried about. But arrows only take up like 2 slots max. And not only that, but most late game players are organized, and 2 stacks in their inventory makes little difference. You also have shulker boxes, which you can put all your extra junk in your inventory in. I cannot think of a situation other than like maybe using a bunch of crossbows or digging out a ton of stuff with shovels. Although at that point you'd have a mending shovel. But like using a bunch of crossbows to have them all preloaded, that you would have your entire inventory full of things you needed in your inventory. So, therefore, because of the benefit of tipped arrows, and because it only saves you 7 minutes, even if you're not thinking about tipped arrows, you shouldn't use infinity. There's no reason to use infinity. Like, the inventory spaces, I guess, are it. And I guess if you would say that your bow and 35 XP levels is a fair trade for 7 minutes of time, I guess if you consider that, then there are reasons to use infinity. But if you don't consider that to be viable, then there's no reason to ever use infinity. Ever. Ever.